What is Basepaint? I mean, Basepaint is a collective creation that was launched on the first day of Base, where every single day, thousands, hundreds, or thousands of artists all around the world come together to collaborate on a pixel painting of a given theme that's there for the day. And they all collaborate, they all contribute, they make this beautiful piece of collaborative art. And then the day ends, and that art goes on sale for 24 hours, and people buy it. And all of that revenue and those proceeds from people buying the piece of art then gets distributed to all of the artists proportional to their contributions from a pixel basis to that piece of painting or that piece of art. And it's the sort of thing that can only exist because of Base and because of crypto, because there was never before a way where you could coordinate all of these people around money and around gaming and creation. And it's so beautiful that it was there on day one, and it's been this heartbeat where every single day there's been art and beauty and creativity running through the Base economy and the Base community. I think that one of the things about crypto is that because we've been in this kind of early infrastructure phase where there's been all this speculation that's then been fueling innovation. At times, crypto can sometimes get a bad rap, and it can just be associated with the speculation. And I think that has made it really hard for many people around the world to understand really what is crypto and how can it make their life better. And so what I find is that generally when people actually use a product that works for them, that's built on crypto, they love it because it gives them global access to this economy. It's fast, it's cheap. It lets them do things they've never been able to do before. Maybe they make money because that's such a core value prop of this new economy. But they don't love it because it's crypto. They love it because it works for them. And I think we've just had a dearth, like a lack of products that have delivered on that because it's been early. And I think what we're starting to see now is that with things like Basepaint, but now also the Base app, Zora, and Farcaster, and all these different platforms, for the first time, like it's really starting to shine through that crypto is a new tool for economic empowerment, where it really is giving everyone the opportunity to make it in the new global economy in a way that was literally never possible before, because the old systems are, kind of controlled and like you can only access them if you're in certain places. And I think this has just been a massive unlock that's going to lead to a lot more people understanding it. Why do people collect? Oh man, it's such a good question. I mean, I think the easiest analogy is like, why do people buy stickers or why do people buy swag? Like, people like feeling a meaningful connection to art and beauty, whether it's your favorite band and their music, or a painting that you love that you got the print of that you hang on your wall, or it's a digital painting that's created by people all around the world every single day that you like to know that you own and know that you paid those artists for their work. And I think have some potential for it to be valuable over time because you collected it when it was early. And I think that combination of like supporting artists and creativity, ownership and feeling like you're a part of it, and then upside where you actually have the opportunity to prosper and to make money as the thing that you were there early for becomes more valuable and becomes more popular. That's an incredibly novel combination of things, particularly for digital things. And I think it's starting to be a combined feeling of like support, own, and get upside that is going to drive a ton of the next chapter of kind of consumer adoption and the way the world works. People want to be a part of something. I think that's beautiful. Yeah, I was just talking with QAB, who I saw in DevCon, and they shared that with me that they live off of their contributions to Basepaint, and it's allowed them to do art and be creative and all these things. I think that's the most beautiful thing in the world. Being able to earn off of doing the thing that you love and having that opportunity to earn be equally distributed, where you can be anywhere in the world, literally anywhere in the world, but if you have an internet connection and you can get on Base and you can participate in Basepaint, you have the opportunity to earn. That is, it's like the perfect illustration of what is possible with crypto. And my hope is that over the next few years, as we work to make crypto more stream and make it touch more people's lives, is we can enable that for everyone, where everyone can come into this new global economy and do the thing that they love and make money doing it in a way that just was never possible before, which should hopefully bring out so much more creativity that is kind of right now potential energy, but not activated energy in the world. It's the same thing where like coming together to do things, to create things, to build things. It's I think for so many of us the most meaningful thing that we do. I mean, it's why I love bass, because every day I show up, in this internet world that is based across the Bass app and Farcaster and Zora and Twitter and Bass app, and I get to connect with all of these people who are all working together to build this new economy and this new reality, and getting to be a part of that, that's what gets me so excited and fired up and optimistic about the future. And I think we all find that connection in different ways. For some people, it's like me, it's like showing up to do my role on bass. For other people, it's doing Basepaint. Maybe it's people playing fantasy top or football.fun. Like there's all of these little micro communities that are forming that feel, I think, for many people like their home. And we've always said that we want bass to be for everyone. Bass is for everyone. And I think in order for that to really be true, you need to make it so that everyone can find their people and their thing on bass, so they feel at home because there's something that there's familiar, that's trustworthy, that they believe in. Like I look at Basepaint as like a very almost like pure incarnation of crypto ideals, where it's like software defined governance and cooperation coming together to create value that is then distributed between the people who created it. Like that is what crypto is and what we built this new technology for. And so I think when we're talking about like applying base paint to the rest of the world, it's like absolutely. Like I think crypto and these principles that can deliver more freedom will get applied to everything, whether it's how we create content, how we consume content, how we build apps, how we make art, how we fund art, how we do every single part of our day to day life. I think that crypto will come for it and make it better. And I don't know exactly what timeline that will happen on, but I don't think it's going to be long. Like I think by the end of the decade, like 2030, like we will see that the world has been fundamentally transformed by this technology, and that it will have accelerated very quickly. Where and I look at it all in base, and it's like if you think about base paint being there on day one, and like how far we've come now in whatever like 700 days since then or 800 days since then. Like imagine where we'll be at 1500 days. Like it's accelerating every single day. I think it'll go on forever. Yeah. I mean, once you start, you can't really stop. It's the same way with the blockchain, right? Where it's like there's always going to be someone who finds value in doing this act of collective creation that we do when we're contributing to Basepaint or doing transactions on the chain or whatever it is. Like there's always someone out there. And so, yeah, I mean, my hope for Base is that it lives for hundreds of years and is a part of human society for way longer than I am around. Um, and my hope is that Base Paint is the same. And I would be surprised if it wasn't. Well, I own all of them. I've been a subscriber from very early on. Around like maybe like 6 months ago or 9 months ago, there was like a little window where I wasn't a subscriber, and I had to go back and buy all of those. I think it was like 100 canvases or something like that. Some of them were more rare, so it was a little bit of a purchase, but it was really good. I don't know. I don't know if I have a specific one because I love them all. But one thing that I do have, which I love, and this was built by Anthony, who's at Zora now, is um, I have this phone widget that's up here. That's base paint. And so it's like someone built it for your iPhone where you can like literally it shows the live painting and it updates like every minute. And so during the day, I'll just open up my phone and I'll see all of the like throughout the day it'll develop, and then you can always tap into it and look at it more closely and buy it. But I find that base paint is really like it's like a heartbeat to my day where it's like it's always there, and I get to look at it and be like, what's going on, what is the commentary on the culture, what are people feeling. It's a really beautiful part of my life.